What up?
Nothing.
Cool.
Oh, them, not me.
Then you two. No, I mean it's all relative. I didn't realize
We're
I matched
related?
my shirt to my my cord and my mic cover.
Oh,
looks a little silly.
actually, mine is matched as well because I got a purple cord and a purple shirt. So
Well, there you go.
that was unintentional, but I like purple.
Take what we can. Take what we can. Hey, welcome back to Outside the Cinema. What is it? It's your weekly source for cult movie discussions. We're your hosts, Bill and Chris.
Yep.
And looks like our live stream that we do to Twitch and stuff is working again because I just got the notification on my watch that we're live. So I don't know how many people watch on YouTube and those places, but it's back up this week.
Nice.
They had done an update to the software that we use, and it turned everything off, and I didn't realize it for like 2 weeks. So it is what it is.
I guess better than turning everything on and you got to go through settings you've never seen before.
I mean,
I don't know. Either way,
they both suck. They both suck. Anyway, back on the show, we got one Patreon pick and then one random this week. I think, if I'm not mistaken or I missed something, we're through all the Patreon picks that we had. So send us more, guys.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/outside the cinema. Best way to support the show. All of the money we generate through our Patreon goes right back into keeping the show alive. And without it, the show would die. It would die slow. Actually, no, it would be a very quick, quick, swift death. Yep. Oh, we can't pay to do it. We can't afford to do it anymore? Okay, it's done. There would be no slow, painful death.
No, there wouldn't.
It would be...
You got an old yeller it.
It would be unseen bullet to the back of the head and you wouldn't even know.
That's how you know it's our last show. If we cover Old Yeller.
No way. Oh, man. Come on, dude.
No, I'm just saying. That's.
I would
we're
never
never going to
watch that
stop
movie
now.
again.
I never did. I heard about it and I'm like, fuck that. I was like 4.
I had morbid curiosity for it. Is what I had. All right, on the show. Yeah, we have one Patreon pick, and it's like a leftover Patreon pick. I don't remember who gave it to us because what I usually do is I usually delete the messages as we go through them.
Yeah.
So
we did another one from them, wasn't it?
We did two. We did two. It was one of our Australian. Okay. I want to say it might be Andrew, maybe.
Possibly.
But we're doing Bloodlust from 1992, which is an Australian, and those of you that can't see me, I do it with the question mark face, vampire movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. We'll not find out during the course of the film.
No. And the other flick is Macabre, also known as Macabro, which is Lamberto Bava's, I believe, his first feature, if I am not mistaken. And I threw this in with the film this week just because it's one that we never covered. Or I don't think we'd ever covered it, right?
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I also call it Macabre.
Macabre, yes.
Because I'm not speaking French.
Right, but obviously we've done a ton of Lamberto stuff. You'll Die at Midnight, Demons, Devilfish, Blade in the Dark.
Yeah, you type in Macabre.
What am I talking about?
In Tubi, and you get like 3. I had to search like down the list for this from just typing in Macabre. Also, Death Dancers, I had to type in all of the letters in the title for that to show up last week. It just wasn't. And then I had to go down 2 rows. It wasn't even the top. So, yeah. I almost watched the wrong one this week.
I mean, it
was like a 60s version, I think. Different movie. But.
I was convinced when I was watching the Australian flick that I was watching the wrong movie. Like, I was convinced. Oh. Like, there's no way.
Nope. That's the title. We got it.
Anyway, Macabro. Lamberto Bava's first film that he directed under his name, under his real name. He had done House of Exorcism under a pseudonym, and he had done Shock uncredited, and then an episode of a TV show called The Devil's Game. But in 1980, he did Macabre, and obviously Lamberto Bava, being Mario Bava's son, was one of those things where I think he was kind of trying to get out from under, his dad's name, because he'd done a bunch of films.
It's funny. He tried to get out from under his dad's name by making the same kind of movies.
I know. Well, I think that's probably part of it. Well, not only is my last name Bava, I'm also going to rip off his style. So,
no, that's genetically inherited. He's not ripping it off, right?
Okay, that's fair. Lamberto Bava's Macabre. So those are the two flicks this week. We'll jump into the review in a sec. Anything going on with you in Spectopia Arts?
No, it's just still like I have my full-time job, which has been school vacation week this week, along with
last week,
bunch
right?
Yeah,
last week, but it's New Hampshire school vacation week. This
New Hampshire, which is generally like a third as busy at work as normal. Like for today, we didn't have anybody for the 10 o'clock show, which isn't unheard of.
Interesting. Do you guys still run it to make sure everything's going the way it's supposed to?
No. If they leave, well, when it was filmed, we absolutely started them all on time when they were supposed to start. But now, because we can skip around and like start right at the feature or whatever, if people show up late, we just don't run it anymore. Because it saves all of the system, and not just like electrons, but like like air dryers that have to work while the show's running, internal things to keep everything at the right temperature and dew point and all that shit. It's micro like wear and tear stuff that if we don't have to, we don't have to.
That's fair.
So, yeah. And then if people were to show up at like 10 minutes after, we could still show them the movie and skip all the pre-show stuff. And nobody misses anything.
All right. Well,
that's not bad. Yeah, but last week we had it was Massachusetts Space Week. It's a big thing set up by the Space Consortium, which I like the word consortium. That's a
good word.
Not a word you hear often.
That's a good word, like macabro.
Yeah, and so we had throughout the building all kinds of activities and stuff for people to do and learn, and we had astronauts coming in and giving talks and stuff, and we had the highest res shots from Artemis 2 that we could get our hands on, and we put that up while they were doing some of their talking. I had 4 people that was doing audio and lighting as well as running the show for 3 astronauts giving a talk, and then we showed Apollo 13.
Nice.
And then and then Sunday, it was the closing ceremony, so they announced next year's theme and all that stuff.
Next year's theme is space?
Yes, it is. But there's another word. No, I'm not going to reveal it. So, because it was, I don't know, sort of a private event, but whatever.
Space balls?
Yes, part 2. And then we showed the wild robot.
Oh, nice.
It's not necessarily space themed, but it fit with whatever theme they had that was space. It's like it was like technological advancement or something like that. And yeah, that was a cute movie. I like that. It was a little darker at times than I thought it was going to be.
It was good though. But it's like it reminded me like it's a good double bill with like the Iron Giant.
Oh, absolutely. And that was one that they showed at another theater during their whole marathon of movies or whatever we're calling it, the festival. Some people got Galaxy Quest, Iron Giant, and we got those 2, which is fine because I hadn't seen one, and one I haven't seen since 95, I want to say, when I was working at the Burlington Theater.
All right.
Huh. I was still painting murals on the windows. Remember when that used to happen?
I do remember when that, yeah.
Yeah, it was Apollo 13 and Mortal Kombat on that one thing there. And I did a whole big quarter. I tried to copy the poster. So I did the moon and then a teeny, teeny, tiny Apollo 13 lem. You had to get real close to see it. But it was all those windows right when you walk up to the front of the building. So you could take time to do that. And that was
okay. Not to derail, but you just mentioned Mortal Kombat. And so there's that new Mortal Kombat 2 that's coming out.
Yeah,
I completely missed whatever the first film in this series was.
Oh,
I completely missed it.
It came out, I think it was during COVID, so it did not do what it should have done.
Was it any good?
It was really good.
Okay.
Except for the new character they put in, Cole, whatever the fuck his name is. The rest of it, I loved it. Actually loved it.
Okay.
And here's the weird part. So, now I forgot what the weird part was.
All right, then. Makes perfect sense then.
Oh, Ellen and I have to go. We have to go see it when it comes out, because our first date was on June 1st, I think, in 1986, and we went to see Fletch. And unfortunately, Chevy Chase is a fucking asshole.
I don't know.
So that's a little difficult. But when we got back together later, and our first date was to go see the first Paul W.S. Anderson Mortal Kombat. So we gotta go see these.
Go for it. Go for it.
We didn't get to see the last one in the theater, but like this one, it's got everybody looks how they should. I mean, it's really all I need to say. The guy that they got playing Shao Kahn is like this 8-foot tall fucking bodybuilder that would put 2 Schwarzeneggers to shame.
All right.
Like the guy's massive, and so like they added spike and like little scaly stuff to his skin. They didn't put him in a muscle suit. It's all him. It's fantastic. I love that.
All right, maybe I'll check it out then. I think it's
even the Street Fighter movie doesn't look that bad.
It's got Cody Rhodes in it.
It's weird, like, because I watched the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2, and then one of the kids walks in, and they're like, "Oh, so Street Fighter's got to get in on this too?" I'm like, "Whoa, Street Fighter was first." Settle down. We go back to Double Dragon if you want. No.
I know we could. Oh, terrible.
And I want to say Scott was right about that new Mario Brothers movie.
Okay.
It's the same story. And I didn't find it that as entertaining as the first. It's still good, but I'm not a big fan of Chris Pratt anymore. So
it's good. Not great.
Kids will love it. Kids will absolutely love it.
Yeah, but kids are stupid. Anyway.
Mostly.
Anyway, all right, let's get into reviews. All right, 1992's Bloodlust. This was a tough one. We had to go looking for it, which is why we didn't cover it originally when the pick came through. And then trying to find it even on IMDb was not necessarily all that easy. But once you track it down, you look it up under Bloodlust, all one word, 1992. It pops up on here, and then under streaming, because you know how they link the streaming things on IMDb now, it's listed to be on Fossum. But when you go to Fossum to watch it, it's a different movie called Bloodlust.
Oh.
So
okay.
It's not, as far as I can tell, it is not available. So Chris did his digging, took the shovel, found an old dusty copy of it.
I mean, let's be honest. If anybody's going to try to do what I did, you gotta be ready to watch it in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if you have to download it, it's going to trickle through.
Yeah, because there's, yeah.
That's all. If it's not available, I don't have that much of a problem saying where I got it from.
Oh, yeah, it's a different situation for sure. All right, so Bloodlust 1992, John Hewitt was one of the directors on this. He's got a few things in his background. It looks like he worked on the screen play for the Turkey Shoot 2014 remake that came out.
Oh, I don't remember that. Let me see what I can find.
Did the screenplay for something called Red Ball, Dark Love Story, and X. And then Richard Wollencroft was the other guy that was like, so both these guys like wrote and directed this together. Bloodlust is one of his things. Second Coming Volume 2, The Beauty and the Damned.
Oh, right. In the remake of Turkey Shoot, we got Dominic Purcell as the main character.
Oh, really?
I like him. He's in Prison Break. He played Heatwave.
I thought it was Tom Jane that was in that.
Oh, well, he could be. Let me scroll into.
I could be wrong.
I have to watch it.
Why?
Okay, I've kind of stopped buying action figures. Don't look at my desk. No, actually, what I'm doing now is I'm trying to repaint some things like that. Don't ignore the black there, but like the color on his head is really nice. I'm trying to. He was all dirty.
You got all this fun stuff on your desk that you're trying to work on, and this is what I'm working on my desk.
I used to do that.
Eating this bag of Starburst.
Then I tried this guy. He's a little bit of like gunmetal, metallic purple, and chrome, and I don't like it, so I'm going to do it.
Get back. Okay, why do you have to watch Turkey Shoot?
My point was, I bought an action figure for the first time in a long time, and it was a Spider-Man action figure from 1977. Meaning it's a Spider-Man figure that represents a character from 1977. And it's Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man. He was the live-action Spider-Man first.
Okay.
And he's one of my favorite dudes. He just looks like a perfectly grown-up Peter Parker. And I have not seen him in a single thing besides the Spider-Man movies.
And he's in Turkey Shoot?
He is. General Charles Thatcher. So, yeah, I'll give that a shot. See, I'll watch movies for the dumbest reasons. It's got 3.7, so I know what I'm getting.
I mean, I'm sure it's terrible. Love the original Turkey Shoot. One of our favorite. Yeah. One of the
It better be a
classics.
fucking werewolf with a top hat, or I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there won't be, but...
Yeah.
All right, Bloodlust, 1992. Those are your directors and your writers. I would say here's some of the stars, but you're not going to... None of these people did anything, really, other than this movie. Just if you're looking at the cast on IMDb and you scroll down, they're not a single person until you get to the very, very bottom has a photo. And the first photo you get is this guy, John Floss, and he plays Mr. Fetish. And I don't even know who the hell that was in this movie.
No, I don't either. Nobody had that name.
Randall Berger has a picture, and he was the guy that ran the used car dealership.
Okay.
Nobody else. All right. It says here, 3 vampires in Melbourne mix murder, sex, and drugs. After stealing millions, all right, we're already wrong. They're pursued by violent criminals through the city's bloody underground. Okay. My first issue that I kept going back to with this movie was I kept asking myself, hold on a second, who are the good guys?
Yeah.
And I realized there were none.
Nope. Everybody's just dumb. They're not even like dicks. They're just selfish, dumb people.
And also, this film is very Australian.
It was. And it was also very sexually active, I guess is a good way to put it.
So, I mean, this is just a garbage flick. There is a certain quality to this, though, that kept me watching.
Yeah.
I
hate to admit it.
I think it's that you're doing the best you can with what you got, and your heart's in the right place.
Okay, I started watching this, and the movie starts off with these Paranorman, Puritan, New England-looking guys beating the shit out of somebody. Like they got the collar with the 2 things hanging over, whatever this shit's called.
Yep.
And the thing that doesn't fail, this movie's not going to fail with me. It was close. But the fact that the main preacher, he more than understood the assignment of the script. He was
his dentures
perfect.
Popping out.
I watched it and I said, holy shit, is this from the writer of I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle? Because it feels the same. He feels like the preacher in Brain Dead or Anthony Daniels in the other one.
This movie is 100% inspired by Peter Jackson. Like, this has got bad taste all over it.
Yeah. And the preacher, he's committed to this role. He nailed a character, and the movie got 100 times better every time he was on camera, even though he's the religious zealot that I would normally, rail against. He was funny. He was determined. He had a mission. He was the best developed character in the whole movie.
Well, and that's another big issue with the film is that nothing else in the movie, and I agree with you 100%, nothing else in the movie was able to come and match that because none of the other characters were developed enough to come and match it. Yeah. You essentially have your 3 leads, Frank, Lear, and Tad were the 3 that were... they're supposed to be vampires.
I don't know.
They're supposed to be vampires. It's 2 chicks. I'm sorry, 2 ladies.
Don't call broads chicks.
Don't call broads chicks. One of them is the tall, hard-ass lesbian character. The other is the bleach blonde nymphomaniac
hard-ass lesbian character. Yeah.
And then the male character is the long-haired party guy.
He's a dope. He's a dope. Absolutely. It's supposed to be a dope, isn't he?
Yeah. And also, if you look at IMDb, the I guess what is the movie poster? The third character on it is the girl that's the bleach blonde, but she doesn't have blonde hair.
That's right. That's why it looked weird. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's even the same girl or if they just like reshot it and used a different girl. Because they were like, oh shit, we need a poster. So they're they're troublemakers. They're killing people. They're supposed to be vampires that don't have fangs and also hang out during the daylight and like don't actually have any vampire powers.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre because there's never like they don't use the word vampire, so I'll give them that. They call it like the Puritan Catholic guys are the spawn of Satan. Okay, so that can mean anything.
Yeah, I mean they are technically cannibals if they're not vampires.
Yeah, they're drinking blood and they're like using orgies to kill people and like all kinds of perverted stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so you got the three of them who are your default leads. You have the crazy puritanical Catholic cult guys that are trying to rid everyone of evil. You then have the crew of criminals that run the casino games or whatever they are that have their money stolen. And then you have the two idiot cops that also...
I forgot about them.
So you have 4 different sets of characters in this movie, none of which have any real, like, drive. So the 2 cops are, like, the most uncop cops ever. The first time we meet them, they're just sitting in their car, eating sandwiches, drinking Budweisers.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not hiding this. They're cops just, like... And then so like the guy gets out and goes to take a pee in the alleyway or whatever, take a piss in the alleyway. And then the guy that was kidnapped in the car is thrown on the ground right there. And he continues to pee on him while he calls the other police officer to let him know what's going on.
Yeah. This is another one of those. I think the writers had a bunch of good ideas and then tried to fit them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying the ideas are actually good. I'm saying that's the conversation. So.
Yeah, and so you got the main vampires or bloodsuckers or cannibals or they don't ever use the word vampire, so you can they get away with it because of that.
Yeah.
My problem is that in the fucking explanation for the movie on IMDb, in the synopsis, it says vampires. So
yeah, but it also says they stole millions of dollars too.
True, which they don't. Yeah. But basically what they're just like they decide they want to do more and they're bored. And so, they go on like a killing spree and they do have sex with all these people and they do all these drugs. And then they decide to rob the mob, who do like, table games and card games and stuff. And apparently in like an office building in downtown Melbourne. Melbourne.
Yeah.
And so they like go in and they steal all these guns to use. And there's a scene where they show the guy stealing the guns and steals a Porsche or whatever, and then brings the gun, whatever, it doesn't matter. And so they are gonna steal the money from this casino games or card games or whatever. And then there's just each group has their own tone, and none of them match. Because there's the Keystone Cops, and then there's the like slightly befuddled mob, and then there's the insane over the top Catholic guys, and then there's the very drab middle of the road vampires. And nobody matches the other's intensity.
No, they don't. They really don't.
And the tone just shifts from like dark and twisted to like slimy and like almost pornographic to Keystone Cop Benny Hill style slapstick.
Yeah.
And like it is all over the place. And as bad as it is, and don't get me wrong, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's got something that I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm along for the ride.
It's weird because I agree with you. It's awful, but I kind of got into it. I don't know. I can't explain that.
And it looks like shit because it's shot on video. It looks like a bad local like TV commercial.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what makes it was making the rounds a few years ago. The hair metal band Cinderella did have you seen it, the commercial for the hot dog stand?
No.
So apparently it must have been like 1989, 1990, something like that. Somewhere in the south of the U.S., the hair metal band Cinderella, who did Nobody's Fool and Shake Me, and they had a bunch of hits back in the day.
Yeah.
They did a commercial for like a local hot dog place called like Pat's Hot Dogs or something like that.
Huh.
And all I could think about when I was watching this movie was that commercial because it's shot on video and it's lit really poorly. And like, you know, some of the guys got long hair and the band is like vamping it up.
Okay.
And they're like, Pat's Hot Dogs. It's like, I wish I could probably find it on my phone so you could hear the audio of it really quick. But like, it's just got this like very specific, this feel to it. And this movie has that feel of like, we're doing the best we can, man. Cut me some slack.
Yeah. Yeah. It really does. And I like that. I like that because they really do seem committed to putting
Pat's
together.
Chili Dogs was the place.
Oh my God. It's a smaller place than I thought.
Dude, if you gotta watch it after, I'll send it to you after so you can watch it. It's fucking incredible.
I will. I think I love that.
It's the best. And like they keep doing cuts and each member of the band is shoving a chili dog in their mouth.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
But that's the thing with like this movie has got that kind of weird charm to it.
Yeah.
Where you just, this is so fucking stupid. And I'm really annoyed and I'm frustrated that the vampires don't have fangs. And I'm frustrated that they're out in the sunlight and there's no explanation. And they steal this money and just like, I'm frustrated because every scene where somebody pulls out a machine gun, they just fire like inadvertently at everything and somehow manage to hit nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just but there's something about it.
There is. I hate to admit it. I feel like something in my brain isn't firing correctly to tell me you should not be talking about this like this. But here we are.
Right. There's a scene midway through the film. Now I'm going to explain this and it's going to sound just so bizarre. So they're trying to escape with the money, and the three modern day vampires, the three meta vampires, if you will, all kind of go off in their own directions trying to find something. The tall redhead, buys a car from a used car lot and stops to get gas at a gas station. And of course, because it's the early 90s, the guy at the gas station just assumes that this woman is there to have sex with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about this part, but yeah I remember now.
So she gets the gas, and the guys will come into the office, and I'll charge you for the gas. But meanwhile, also the mob guy is following her and radioing back to the other mob guys that she's getting gas. All right, we'll be right there. So they go in, and the guy's like, so how about you pay me in a different way and you give me a blowjob or whatever. And so she's like, okay. And she starts to do it. And then we see her take out a knife and we are told to know that, or we are led to believe that his penis has been removed via the knife.
Yes.
So then she takes off, and despite the fact that there's a guy following her, the mob guys still show up at the place going in expecting her to be there, despite the fact that the guy that's following her is now gone and her car is gone. They see this guy bloodied up, and there's a point where the guy's like, ew, what's that? And they see that like it's his penis that's been cut off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we'll find out where she is. And so the other guy goes out, and then the guy that's like the leader of the mob crew or whatever, like does this weird look side to side and goes, well, it is my birthday.
Yeah.
And he pulls down the pants of the dead guy and proceeds to have very comical butt sex with him.
From
and it's played off in this really weird, silly way where I'm like, okay, this guy is practicing necrophilia in a taboo, like, for the time, like, definitely, like, the homosexual aspect of it is definitely a taboo thing for the time period because that's why they did it. And it's being played for laughs.
Yeah.
And it was just bizarre.
It really was. It did not fit anything in the rest of the film, I believe.
And again, if you look at it from the mindset of like, what does this have to do? It doesn't even make sense. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, nothing comes of it.
It's just a shock scene.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot all about that. Yeah. I didn't like that.
And there's the scene where they catch the blonde vampire girl, the two cops, who never check in with any other police, by the way.
No.
Or like have to go to the station or radio anything in. They catch her. They bring her to an abandoned warehouse somewhere, tie her up, and proceed to whip her. And this is not played for laughs. This is played seriously. Right. So I'm like, why is the tone of this one scene where this guy's doing this shit with the dead body played one way, and then this girl's being whipped and it's playing a different way? And not that I'm saying that either scene should be played for comedy. I mean, honestly, neither of the scenes really needed to exist. It's weird. It's weird.
It is.
Just weird.
I can't add anything to that. It was strange.
Yeah. And the ending of the film is just fucking like this madcapped, like everyone comes together. So you have the crazy Catholic people, they show up, the mob guys show up, you have the three vampires there, and everybody's just kind of like shooting at each other. And like, then it's just like everybody just kind of gets away, like, or like the three of them just kind of get away. And then the movie is over.
That's right. That was dumb.
So fucking weird.
That was really dumb.
So weird. All right.
It was the most boring shootout I'd ever seen in my entire life.
I just hate those shootouts where like the guy shows up with the gun and just does one of these back and forth and is just like shooting it random at people. And you're just like, what is happening here? Like none of this is right.
Yeah. They got enough money to rent the guns and to get the blanks, but not enough for the squibs.
Yeah.
So this is a G.I. Joe shootout, basically. A lot of bullets flying around, no injuries.
G.I. Joe, a real American hero?
In the 80s.
All right, Chris, Bloodlust, 1992. Do you recommend it? What is your grade?
I am going to recommend it because this is sort of in between a surprising out of nowhere kind of like homemade movie and the not surprising garbage out of nowhere movie made by people that went directly to video and only 12 people saw it, and those are the people that are the parents of the people that were in it.
Right.
And this sits uncomfortably in the middle because it's at times really shit and at other times like really sincere and like they're really trying. But it feels like this feels like the kind of movie that was made over like 3 or 4 years over different weekends, and like you forget some stuff here and there. And
yeah, it's got that quality to it for sure.
Yeah, because some character's motivation appears and disappears and then matters and doesn't. And so, C, D, regular straight D.
Okay. I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did make me laugh a couple of times. And that woman is whipped poorly over 100 times.
Yeah.
From far away, so you can't see it not hitting her.
Right.
She's not red, nothing.
So I will say it's kind of one of those like the side eye recommends of like, there's something going on here that's enjoyable. I laughed at it a few times, but the tone that was all over the place was just bizarre. But you can tell it's one of those films where the filmmakers and the actors and everybody, they're doing the best they can with what they got.
Yeah.
And there's a genuine feel of it. It doesn't feel forced. So you get that like feel to it, but it's bad.
Mm.
And it's definitely something that like in the right mood, you could watch it and be like, all right, yeah, okay. But if it hits you at the wrong time, this is the worst movie you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'll say this. We sat down to watch it because I've been watching these with the family. They don't care anymore.
I feel bad that I've been giving you movies that have like a lot of like dead butt sex and like what's coming with the next movie too.
They didn't see this one because we watched the beginning and then the woman, the blonde quote unquote vampire woman, was having intercourse with a man's thorax, chest. I don't know.
It was a lot of button. Maybe he had an Audi.
Okay,
you don't know.
Belly button. Yeah. Oh yeah. Huh.
Audi belly buttons are her thing.
Maybe, yeah. Well, then that would have made sense if that was the thing she grabbed him, ripped off, and ate blood from instead of like random parts of his body. But
could be.
I forgot what my point was.
So
I'm watching this, and then I shut it off. I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this. And then last night I finished, or the night before I finished it up, and Ellen, before she goes up to bed, she says, "You're gonna watch that movie that was on for like 2 hours yesterday?" I said, "Yeah." I took a picture of the screen when I started it back up. I had watched exactly 11 minutes and 46 seconds, and it felt like 4 hours. But then when I was in the right mood, it was okay. It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a mood film. You gotta get the right mood for it, for sure.
You gotta the kind of mood is, I'm ready for your bullshit.
Yep,
let's go.
I can handle this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's bad. It's bad. There's no way around it that it's bad, but I can see why. I enjoyed it too. So in terms of a grade, I mean, I can't grade it anything higher than like a D or a D plus. Like it's just, we'll say D plus just to differentiate mine from yours, but it's really semantics. It is what it is. I'm definitely glad that I watched it.
Yeah.
I'll never watch it again.
No.
So that's bad. All right. Let's move on to Macabro. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's the trailer. Hey, baby. Are you looking for a disembodied head?
So you thought you could get away with it this time, too. Bet you didn't think around me, little Lucy, did you, Mommy dearest? You know I love you, Mommy. Everyone loves you because you're so pretty. You always were the prettiest. You're just trying to poison his mind against her. You're jealous. You want her all for yourself.
Look, young man, she's no longer my wife, and I'm not interested. As far as I'm concerned, she doesn't exist. She's dead.
Take me now.
Lucy, don't go in the kitchen, please.
This trailer gives away the entire movie, by the way.
Lucy's been here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Why did you let her go upstairs?
She had a present for you.
Macabro. Okay. Lamberto Bava, son of legendary Italian filmmaker Mario Bava. And also he obviously did some very influential and really classic flicks too. Like he directed Demons. He directed Demons 2. He directed You'll Die at Midnight. I'm just the ones that we've covered on the show. He worked very closely with a lot of other Italian directors, specifically Dario Argento, because he was an assistant director on Tenebrae, an assistant director on Inferno. He was an assistant director on Cannibal Holocaust also. So like he's been around, and his dad is, one of the masters.
I mean, it's a technically well-made film.
For sure.
He's perfectly capable behind the camera.
Yes. Bernice Sturgis plays Jane Baker. Jane Baker is a son of a bitch. She she has a husband and is having an affair with another man. The husband leaves for work. The wife, Jane, is supposed to watch the children. She decides to go have a sex romp with her man instead.
Yeah, very Hellraiser-ish.
Yes, for sure. So she has a daughter.
Looking like Frank. Yeah.
She has a daughter and a son, Lucy, and what was the I don't remember what the son's name was. Doesn't matter.
Nemo.
Nemo. But so the daughter, when the mom leaves, drowns the brother in the bathtub.
Yes.
So we got all kinds of problems going on in this family.
And this kid, I hate to say this, I really do.
Are you going to say he deserved it?
No, you know how like beautiful famous people, you see pictures of them when they're younger, and you're like, oh, who would have guessed? I'm guessing the same thing happened with this girl. That's the nicest way for me to put it.
Okay.
She's an ugly kid.
Yeah.
And to be fair, most of that is her acting.
Well, it's the really bad dub, to be honest.
Well, there's that too, but she makes her face look ugly when she's supposed to be being evil, and she was okay. She was a decent actress in this for her age, because that's a consideration.
For sure.
I don't know.
For sure.
She just stuck out. She's what's her name in Sleepaway Camp? Like they had similar personalities, I felt.
Okay. So, drowns the brother in the bathtub. They call the mom to be like, hey, the son's dead.
Yeah.
And she freaks out, and then so her
which is I get it.
Her lover is like, all right, I'll drive you.
Right.
And then they get into an accident on the way to the hospital or to wherever they were going to find out what happened with the son, and he is decapitated in the accident.
Yeah.
Fast forward 1 year, our friend Jane has now left the mental institution that she's been in because of the amount of trauma and stress that happened to her on that day. Understandable.
Yeah.
And she goes back to Robert's house, who was where the gentleman was staying. It's a not like an inn or a bed or breakfast, but guy was short-term renting a room there or whatever. And
yeah, it's one of those weird situations where I can't think of what the word is. I thought I'd be able to get to it before I got to that part.
Maybe a hostel kind of.
Yeah.
And all of this takes place in New Orleans, which really, it doesn't need to for whatever reason. And there's also this thing where they're like, this is based on true events. I'm like,
right.
No, it's not.
I mean, it could be. New Orleans exists. So.
New Orleans does exist, and people are there. And I'm sure some of them are cheating on their spouses. It's the rest of the affair I'm not so sure about. So she goes back there, and Robert's like, you can stay. Yeah, you can stay here. The room, we kept the room exactly the same. There's a makeshift memorial to the guy that died. Like, listen, dude, if I die and you don't make a makeshift memorial for me, especially one cheesy like this.
I can't tape cigarette butts and playing cards to a piece of cardboard.
I mean, I don't smoke, so probably wouldn't make a lot of sense, but
that's fair. That's fair.
We loved Richard. Here's his used cigarette butts.
I'll put your Starburst wrappers on there then.
No, these are the mini ones that don't have wrappers.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
see?
Okay.
Tropical.
Huh.
Unwrapped.
Hey,
it says it right there. Look, it says it right there. Unwrapped.
I see. I didn't see that before. Does that have that fruit punch flavor in it?
We have mango melon, pineapple orange, watermelon, and strawberry kiwi.
Okay. I found the fruit punch ones, and I honestly think they may be better than the cherry ones. Which
my favorite is in the tropical ones here. The pineapple orange is my favorite.
Oh, good.
So anyway,
now I need Starburst. Thanks.
Good. That's what I do. Anyway, so back to the movie. So she returns. We immediately know that she is not right in the head. Robert is blind, but he makes his way around that. He makes his way as best he can.
He's doing okay for a bunch of people that don't give a shit about his mobility.
No, why would they?
He's doing fine.
Why would they?
Because it's the 70s, right? So fuck them.
Right.
I'm sorry, that sounds mean, but that's, why they had to pass laws to put ramps on buildings so people in wheelchairs could get in.
Right.
Because people don't give a shit.
Yeah. So she's living there. He's hearing her have sex and weird sounds and things. And then I'm assuming he's now the ex-husband and the daughter show up, and the daughter is just like insufferable.
I've never hit a kid, and it's a good thing that person is grown up. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Now I can hit them.
We get this weird thing where the blind guy, Robert, sort of has a thing for her, but it's like never really like flushed out.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what drives the whole thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a movie. It would just be a woman rolling around on her bed in a full nightgown, moaning, having orgasms without even touching herself, which fucking good for her. I mean, honestly, we'll give a little credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
One of the things that Lamberto Bava does that he definitely got from his dad, and he does it fairly well. Maybe
I know what it is. I know it's not giving a shit about dubbing.
Oh, no, I wasn't even going to go there.
I'm kidding.
No, it was he throws all logic out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Because if she was locked... Okay, spoiler alert. She has the head of the decapitated lover.
Yeah.
And keeps it in the freezer of the thing, and she puts the head with like a bunch of pillows and then like grinds on the pillows to... I don't know, think she's making love to her lost lover.
Yeah, she's mentally broken.
Right.
For good.
The logic is, if she was locked up in an asylum for a year, where did she get the head? Where did it come from, and how did it get locked in the refrigerator?
How long after all that was she committed?
Well, it says a year later, and she's been in the asylum for a year. And there's another thing
that's the tricky part.
Where when she first comes back, there's no lights on in the house because the blind guy's mother has passed away. And he's like, he's like, I turned off the electricity because I don't need the light. So first of all, how is the head, if the head's been there the whole time, not just decomposed to like nothing at that point? A year?
Maybe it was just to his floor? Because you could do that in a multi family house. You have different meters for them, because if we're in the United States and it's a 2 or 3 family house and you want to charge everybody the proper amount for electricity, you got to have a meter for all of them. So you could in theory do that and shut that off.
In theory. Again, you're overthinking a film that has a decapitated head in the freezer. So
yeah. I mean, yeah.
So
fair.
The thing with this is I inadvertently love it because of the fact that everything is just so fucking bizarre. My biggest issue comes with the subplot of the psycho daughter, because she killed the brother, which is the thing that put everything into motion. But for whatever reason, like they were able to make it so that she didn't get it pinned on her.
No, because it was an accident. I mean, kids drown in tubs all the time.
Fully clothed.
Yeah. I mean, if he's playing with the boat and he slips on the wet floor and smacks his head on the tub, He could be unconscious and drowned.
I get it. But it's just it's a subplot that isn't really needed. I think this, I mean, it's still fun and gross in its way that it's supposed to be, but I feel like he's going for like a Hitchcockian type thriller here, but gives away too much too early. And then
when you see the fridge is locked, you're like, okay.
You know exactly what it is.
Yep.
They very easily, like if they had made her like, I don't know, like a serial killer or something that was like decapitating men and then bringing the body back and putting the head on the bodies or something.
Building a whole corpse
and then just like disposing of the bodies, trying to find the right body, or like, because she doesn't do anything like really wrong until the end of the movie, because she's just broken. And if you step that like mystery up of like, well, what is she doing, as opposed to having it just be what it is, it's a very different situation.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
At least the kid's logic was, for a kid, sound logic for killing the brother. Because if the mother's doing this, then obviously there's some mental illness running through the family. And the kid's got it, and she acted on it when the mother doesn't. It seems.
Right.
But I believe that the two of them, are genetically related through this death thing they have going on. I don't know.
Well, let's just grade it.
Because it is... So I'll recommend it. Because aside, ignore the dubbing. This movie suffers from the exact same thing that the other one, that Bloodlust, suffered from. Is you need to edit down your dialogue, because in both movies people say the same thing 3 different ways in a sentence.
Yeah.
Or they don't pause to give the conversation the gravitas that it needs at that one point. So they'll be like, and then I found out that my mother was pregnant with my own kid, so we went to Toys R Us. Like, what? No, hold on. Hold on.
There's some specifics you're missing here.
You ran through the important part there, Mr. I want to get all my lines out. So that's what it felt like. The dialogue felt like early anime, where they felt like they had to match the mouth movement. Every time the mouth moved, it had to. That's why Speed Racer goes, wah. Because you need something. Because like they thought, oh well, we'll know it's dubbed if it's a fucking cartoon. Of course it's dubbed. It doesn't matter.
Right.
That's why the Transformers were smart. You only gave a couple of them mouths.
True.
I don't know. But yeah, the dubbing in this is absolutely fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's campy and almost over the top completely, just a little bit here and there. So once I got that this is more of a fantasy horror movie, because logic, I was okay with it. It went by quick enough. It didn't linger on too many of the dumb things that I was hoping it wouldn't. So I'm gonna go with C+. It's not great, but it's competently made, and I could watch this again.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. See, again, Italian weirdo schlock stuff. Like I fucking eat that shit up. I love Umberto Bava. Demons is fucking one of my faves. I love Demons.
Oh yeah, that's so over the top. It's great.
Yeah, and this you can see, knowing that he made this a couple years before that, you can see him going in that direction. All logic is thrown out the window, and it's just as much about the bizarre nature of everything as it is about like what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And it's not about, the finale. It's about how you get there, because the finale is stupid, like the way it's all done. But
right,
like,
you just want it to wrap up.
Right, exactly. But it's if you're into this style of weird like out there, no rules type of like filmmaking, then yeah, it's definitely something you should watch, and I'd recommend it to you. But if you don't like Italian horror and you don't like the weird nuances that they bring with it, then don't, because it's not going to appeal to you.
Yeah, and that's both of these movies this week.
Yeah, this one
not
more
that they're
so,
both Italian, but yeah.
I think this one more so just because there is some chops behind it, because Lamberto Bava obviously cut his teeth working with his father.
Yeah.
Until his father passed away, and then working with Dario Argento and Luigi Cozzi and all those different guys. So it's the type of thing where I loved it. I'm gonna give it a B. I think it's this really just bizarre piece of filmmaking, but it's not for everybody.
True,
not for everybody.
Yeah.
Speaking of not for everybody, Joe is back. See what he has to say.
Hey.
Well, hello, Bill. Hello, Chris, and hello, OTC Nation. It's your boy Joe here, and this week Bill took me to, well, it was the outskirts of Las Vegas, Nevada, but I don't know, could be Henderson. Who knows? He made me watch Fright Night from 2011. You know, sometimes you're just wrong about a movie. I judged a book by its cover. Or I guess in this case, the trailer, and learned that the idiom is true.
Idiom.
I'm going back here rewriting my intro because the overarching theme of the last 90-ish minutes of my life can be summed up by me holding up a sign like I'm in the INXS video for Meditate, and that sign just reads, the 2011 Fright Night remake is a good movie. It's not the first time this has happened, and I'm not so proud that I can't admit when I'm wrong. The movie that immediately pops into my head is the original Hellboy.
Okay.
I can't even put a finger on why, but the first time I watched it, I didn't like it even a little bit.
Well, I could see that.
I would have given it, like, at best, like a C-. Cut to, like, a year later, it's a Saturday morning, and my roommate had popped in the DVD. I sat down with my coffee, and I absolutely loved it. I was fucking wrong about Hellboy. That movie is very good. I didn't love this one, but the Friday the 13th remake, was not the floating turd in a stagnant runoff pond from a slaughterhouse that I thought it would be. It took me like a decade to watch it, but still. I was just being a pissy little baby of a fanboy because I'm a mark for Friday the 13th and fuck Michael Bay. And be like that sometimes. Equilibrium, District 9, Raising Arizona. I'm sure a handful I'm not thinking of all took second watches for me to realize, oh, dang, this actually is a really good movie.
Yeah, Demolition Man for me.
The point is,
agreed.
Sometimes you don't realize how closed off your mind is, and there's nothing wrong with giving something a second try. Or a first try in this case, because, oh boy, did I got all just like elitist horror nerd in 2011 and never gave it a second thought. I'm sure I probably said some like really pretentious bullshit about like Mario Bava and whatever, and fuck this big Hollywood bullshit. I don't know.
Mario
some
Bava.
Stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
We grow. Written by Marty Noxon should have been my first clue to give Fright Night a try, since she wrote a lot of my favorite episodes of Buffy.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that my favorite doctor, David Tennant, was taking over Roddy McDowell's part until the opening credits here. And goddamn, that would have gotten me into a theater all by itself. It absolutely, David Tennant being in this as Peter Vincent, it absolutely would have canceled out Christopher Mintz-Plasse being in it as Evil Ed, which is one of the things that really turned me off 15 years ago. Christ, this movie's 15 years old. There are some dynamics changes in the story, as Charlie Brewster is not the uptight, repressed, like buttoned-up Archie stereotype that he was in the OG. Anton Yelchin plays it more as the guy who has like outgrown his immature, nerdy friends and is finding his place in the world when those old friends come calling because, oh dang, people are going missing.
Oh dang.
McLovin is part of that old friend group, and honestly, I grew tired of that guy like after the third time he played the exact same character. At least here, he plays the character of Evil Ed with like some level of self-awareness and what felt like maybe a little bit of shame, and that added to it. I will say I hated Christopher Mintz-Plasse a little bit less in this movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Colin Farrell is Jerry Dandridge, and the fact that they kept the name and also referenced what a really dumb name Jerry Dandridge is for a vampire.
Never suspect it's a vampire.
Chef's kiss. Like, this is what a remake should be. Also, he plays it in almost the opposite way you'd think. He is kind of understated. And he says a lot with just a look or like a subtle facial expression, especially like before it kind of like explodes in the third act. Like, he's really cool and subtle. And again, just like little, like a look or a facial expression or a body language thing. It's like he knew he was in a horror comedy, but just could not give a fuck and played it with more menace and charm than Chris Sarandon did by a wide margin. All due respect to Prince Humperdinck. Chris Sarandon actually has a cameo in this, and it's pretty great. Seriously, though, I can't remember a better example of a movie where everyone understood the assignment. There was one thing that made me giggle like a kid, and I mean like a legitimate, like seriously, like a fucking giggle. Charlie's girlfriend is played by a gorgeous girl named Imogen Poot.
Yep. I like her name.
Refusing to believe that anyone would choose the stage name Poot. That's got to be her real name.
It is.
And middle school must have been just a treat for her. No problems
She
whatsoever.
was awesome in was it Green Room?
It made me remember a girl I went to high school with.
I think it was
Emily
Green Room.
I'm
Seaman.
having a hard time.
Nice girl. Really cute little short, thick blonde girl, really super cute. Handled the name thing with stride, with aplomb. All right, moving on. I'm not getting into plot too much because it's basically the same as the OG movie, just with some changes to the action beats. There's a really great scene where Charlie has rescued a lady from Jerry's, I guess, pantry of humans is all I can say. Okay. And they have to like sneak past Jerry. And it's all very tense, and hey, they made it outside and they're safe. Oh, goddamn, she bursts into flames. Like, what a great swerve. Like, there's no indication that she's turned, and they make it out the front door and she thanks him, and then they step off the front porch into the sun, and she just like a jump scare. She just bursts into flames, and it like legit made me like jump. It was really great. This is what a remake should be. Like I said earlier, they hit all the major plot points of the original, added some new touches and changes to like the non-pivotal parts. It paid homage to the first film while making it distinctly its own thing. The look of the film is shot beautifully and some really cool camera work. Most notably, Peter Vincent is not a horror movie TV host because in 2011, that wasn't really a thing anymore. Instead, he's like a Chris Angel, drunken douche, goth, Las Vegas magician, and David Tennant is fucking brilliant.
He was really good. He was.
There's a big old fuck off third act explosion of action and violence that ends a bit flat, thanks to my only issue with the film, but we'll get there with the thing. The good guys win. Charlie gets laid by Miss Poot and smash into the credits. Here's the thing. The good. The fucking cast of this thing really brought it to life. Like, everyone was clearly having a good time, and the whole movie had a sense of like maniacal, bloody glee about it. It's paced really well. The bad. Practical effects. What the fuck is that? Most notably, when Charlie offs Jerry Dandridge in a similar manner to the OG, the CGI is that early 2010s really rushed looking. You can tell that they just probably underpaid the CGI guys and told them they needed it done in 2 weeks. Like the uncanny valley is that way, not this way. Bullshit ass CGI. If they'd have kept all the other CGI, like there's some like blood spatter and Evil Ed like gets almost decapitated. That was all CGI. But if they had just made Jerry's death gooey and practical, I would have to struggle to find something to say here. Also, R.I.P. Anton Yelchin. What a tragic death.
He was a good guy.
He was in Green Room too, wasn't he?
Fright Night 2011 gets a B+, knocked down from an A- for the aforementioned garbage-ass CGI. Still highly recommend, though, if, like me, you did not give it a chance 15 years ago or in the intervening time. Seriously. Worth your time. Don't be a pissy-ass nerd like me. I'll be back next week with Fright Night 2, New Blood, from 2013. I don't always agree with Jim Cornette, but one thing we have in common is that adding the title new to anything, that pretty much means it's dead on arrival. I'll probably be much angrier and pissier about a bad movie next week.
Yeah, probably.
So until then, be good, everyone.
Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate it as always.
I always think I hate Colin Farrell for some reason. But then I watch him in something like Phone Booth or In Bruges, and I'm like, fucking guy's good. You know what it was? It was Daredevil. That's what ruined him.
No, you know what ruined him is his personal life, because he's just like kind of a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, I remember early on. He was one of them fucking
big time womanizer, like getting drunk and doing stupid shit, and like incredible actor.
Is he better now?
I feel like he is.
Well, if he is, then good for him. That's not an easy thing to do.
All right, Scott's back.
Okay.
I just wanted to start out this week by saying how much I love this show. Hell, I have the next 6 years of segments already planned out.
I can't promise we'll still be doing the show in 6 years, but
no, I say we hit 1,000 and then do 1,001 and.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
What? Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. With Reverend Scott.
If you're a friend of the show, welcome. If you're a hater, fuck you.
That's not what you said.
That's about right, though.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Hey there, Bill and Chris. This is Reverend Scott.
He seems like a good guy. Seems like he has a good heart and has his head in the right place.
Just kidding. That clip wasn't about me. Anywho, you may not be able to tell by just listening to this, but this segment came to you later than normal. And that's because I didn't get to listen to last week's show until later than normal. Apparently, Bill had some emergency penis surgery, and it didn't sound like it went very well.
So I was numb all day.
Oh.
And then it wore off, and it was just throbbing away because they had jerked it around so much. It just numbs you out, trunk to skunk for a year.
Is it better now?
It's better now. Yeah, no, it feels good now. It's still a little bit sore because they had to just got her foot up on my chest, pull in, and like,
Jesus.
And speaking of Jesus, now I'm here to give you what you really want.
Okay.
From Reverend Scott's Holy Shit segment comes a review of a comedy from the maker of Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise. I bring you Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Are you ready to hear all about it?
Yeah.
Right off the bat, the trailer for Lee Cronin's The Mummy asks an intriguing question.
What was our daughter doing in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus?
Better yet, how do you even spell sarcophagus? Well, it's not likely I'll even have to say it again during this review. Irregardless, it seemed creepy as shit, so I was ready to check this out. We start out in Egypt. A seemingly normal Egyptian family has what looks like the top of a black pyramid in their basement, and under that is a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus, which they crack open to check out what's up. Apparently nothing good is going on with that mummy in there because one of them is horribly killed in the process. Then boom, we get our intro to the film, which is literally Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It's part of the title, which is sweet because if you love this movie and you see Lee Cronin one day, you can be like,
cool, dude. Thanks, man.
But whatever, we return to the Cannon family. Charlie Cannon is a TV journalist in Egypt, I think. Charlie is played by Jack Rayner, or as most people remember him, the Romeo and Juliet law card-carrying member dating Mark Wahlberg's underage daughter in Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Yeah, that wasn't
which was a totally normal thing for Michael Bay to put into his kids' movie.
For sure.
On the Epstein list.
For sure.
He was also the boyfriend in The Bearskin and Midsommar. Anywho, he has a wife, a young son, and an 8 or 9-year-old daughter named Katie. One day, while Charlie's on the phone yelling at someone, Katie is in their backyard taking candy from a stranger. Literally. Although she's not strange to us, she was the one opening the 3,000-year-old sarcophagus earlier in the intro to the movie. She gives Katie a poisoned macaroon, I think, and they're gone. Dad later notices Katie's missing, and a hole in the fence in the backyard. Oh no! He chases them into the streets of Cairo or something in Egypt, because I don't know any other city names, and they get hit with a siren about an incoming sandstorm. And Dad doesn't call anyone on his cell phone for help or anything, or call the cops. He just runs a lot and screams Katie's name until he's totally engulfed by the sandstorm.
Surface is not uninhabitable, but not fun.
Epic L, bro. Charlie talks to the Egyptian cops, and the woman cop, Detective Dahlia, seems receptive, but her boss all but accuses the parents of killing Katie themselves and trying to hide it.
Hey, do you know anything about these killings? That's it. Nope, I don't know. Hangs the phone.
Fast forward 8 years, Charlie and his wife Larissa have had a replacement daughter named Maud, and life is good. That is, until a plane crashes in Cairo or somewhere, and on that plane was a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus containing Katie, wrapped in some weird wraps with weird old writing on them. So suddenly now Katie is back after 0 leads on her whereabouts by the police for a full 8 years.
Yeah, less than 10. 10 or less, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 is generally considered to be less than 10. Mm-hmm. The doctors warn them that Katie is, well, to put it in medical terms, pretty fucked up. I guess somehow surviving in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus for 8 years will do that to you. Now take a moment and try to imagine what it might take to get Katie to a place physically and mentally that she could return home with her family after this kind of ordeal. If you imagined it would take absolutely nothing besides an IV drip and some clean clothes, then you're absolutely right.
That doesn't make sense, but yes.
No, it doesn't make none of this makes any sense.
I'm kind of curious to see what the list of medical benefits the Cannons are getting from their insurance currently.
Was it fuck you?
Kind of.
So obviously, Charlie and Larissa agree to taking Katie home with no psychiatric care or further medical testing.
What good is that?
Who fucking knows? This is with the caveat, of course, that she needs to basically have no sudden movements or loud noises around her at any time. So Mom and Dad immediately drag her wheelchair up the 100-year-old flight of wooden stairs, slamming the wheels into every single step on the way up like it's a requirement, with Katie still sitting in the chair. Even if you pretended they couldn't have carried it instead, why not take the wheelchair up separately and just carry her then?
They didn't think of that.
That's because they're fucking stupid. So I'm already a little disappointed because this big mysterious question asked in the trailer is basically answered 5 minutes into the film. Some lady had a mummy and the host was almost wasted away and she wanted to replace that host with Katie. It's basically an Egyptian demon or something. And the host starts to get, I don't know, less viable because the Egyptian demon was treating the body like...
I'm just gonna fucking use it up.
This is where the movie kind of starts. It's not terribly exciting or scary leading up to this point, but now is where Lee Cronin kind of forgets what the movie he's making even is. We spend most of the time wondering what supernatural bullshit is going to happen with Katie next. She's all dry and fucked up looking, and her eyes are kind of too far apart, and we go from mummy horror to exorcist horror to full-on Evil Dead horror yet again. Katie is puking up bloody goop on the floor, her skin is falling off, she's starting to kind of infect her siblings to turn them evil too. I will say this much, the little actress that plays the younger sister Maud, when she turns evil, it's pretty fucking awesome. She's really good. It's almost better than Katie herself. Her name is Billy Roy, and I just wanted to throw that out there. And Natalie Grace, who plays Katie, is actually pretty damn good too. While all this is going on with Katie and her siblings, the whole time Dad and Detective Dahlia are still trying to track down the lady that did this to Katie. It turns out they know where the plane that crashed came from, and it was an area that may flood soon, so that's why they tried to move the 3,000-year-old sarcophagus and eventually crashed and got caught. And then Dad goes through all of the letters they got for the 8 years while Katie was missing, and turns out they got a letter from one person whose name was something that Katie was able to use her teeth to chatter out some Morse code, and he gives that name to Detective Dahlia, and she uses that to go do an illegal home raid and search for the kidnapper, which she finds and immediately shoots. And this is all well and dandy, but we can barely pay attention to anything other than the constant gross out scenes with Katie we keep coming back to. Good luck keeping track of the various story beats.
Okay, fine. I didn't see many because it was such a mess.
Now, there is some cool craziness to be had in this film, but it's almost hard to praise some of those wild scenes because I can't tell if they're supposed to be scary or not. Like when Katie uses magic to push the grandma out of the window and she splats on Charlie's car windshield while he's in it, and she falls onto the ground and gets ripped to pieces by a pack of wild wolves. Followed by a Johnny Knoxville funeral wake scene in the Cannon home in near complete darkness because for some fucking reason they can't ever turn on any lights in any scene of this movie, where the younger sister Maud is going full possessed and rips out all of her teeth with her fingers, and then steals grandma's dentures out of the casket, puts them in her own mouth so she can bite some other old lady. Meanwhile, Katie's floor goop has eaten a hole in the downstairs, and Katie drops down and knocks the casket onto the ground and grandma out with it while she's doing vile things to her. Then grandma comes back from the dead so she can do some Evil Dead type shit and starts hitting on Charlie like,
I want to do you. There's something about you that makes me want to do you. And she's like, oh, okay.
Listen, Lee Cronin, if you're hearing this right now, and I know you are, just pick a movie type, man, and stick with it. It's obvious you loved making Evil Dead Rise, and I think it was a pretty fun movie. And there's 2 new Evil Dead movies coming soon, but this isn't one of them. Honestly, had it been called Evil Dead Mummy Vision, I think people would have liked it more. Despite having some really intense, gruesome gore scenes and some fun chaos, it's just too damn scatterbrained.
Why? What is the appeal of this for people? I don't get it.
It just doesn't make any sense.
And it does kind of have a satisfying ending for the most part, I think. I'm still not sure because while the Cannon family gets some revenge in the end, the repercussions of what they do probably is worse than having done nothing.
Did they actually? Okay, here's the thing. The end of the movie gets so convoluted. I don't know whether they actually saved the day or not.
Oh, and during my screening, 3 people got kicked out of our row at the theater for smuggling in and drinking a 12-pack of beer. But that wasn't Lee Cronin's fault, right?
I don't know.
Maybe that was the problem. Maybe in order to enjoy this, you have to be like those people and chug a whole 12-pack of Miller High Life.
Wow. I would have too.
At the end of the day, I will only give this quote-unquote mummy movie a tepid recommend. If you enjoyed Evil Dead Rise, you might enjoy this too. Just don't go in thinking this is really a mummy movie. And if you like gross out gore effects, like, say Dead Alive, for instance, then you're in luck.
Oh man, I definitely showered after this was over because I felt dirty after watching it.
For a grade, I give Lee Cronin's The 3,000-Year-Old Sarcophagus a C+. Okay, that's all I can stand for this week. But as far as your reviews went, First, there was TC2000, aka
Fuck you, Billy Blanks.
aka
The poor people are up top this time.
I like all those actors, and I like fighting action movies, so that gets an A-. And the review was very respectful to Billy Blanks, so that also gets an A-. And finally, you reviewed Death Dancers, aka
How could so much nudity and so much sex be so boring?
aka
Because I will go on record before we get into this review that this is probably top 10, maybe top 5 worst / most confusing / triple question mark films we've ever covered.
You're right. I already have the internet. Once you have Flintstones porn, this movie has nothing to offer you.
Yep.
I give it a D-, and the review gets a B+. All right, that's it for this week. So until the next time Lee Cronin wakes up in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus and realizes he's not actually in a mummy movie, peace and love, guys. Outside the Cinema, with weekly segments from Joe and Reverend Scott.
The two of them are great. It's everybody else that seems to be the issue.
Star wipe to 13 years later.
Yes.
I've had the privilege to steal a few moments per show to try to get a laugh out of Bill and Chris and the listeners.
Not Scott, though. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Hey, if you're on our Patreon, send us some movie pics if you haven't already. And you know what? Even if you have, send them. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not a member, join.
Please.
$1, $2, $5, $10, $20, whatever you want to give us, we will gladly take it.
Yep.
Keeps the show alive, guys. Honestly, at this point, that's the only thing that keeps the show going, because monetarily, it's, everything goes up. Hosting fees, everything always goes up. So, yeah, we're good. We'll be back next week with more movies.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.